and they really wanted to get back into the race, so they put out the Dreamcast.
It survived an executive shakeup.
So we had a parting of the ways, and I left the company.
And saved a company.
Retailers started calling us in week 2 and 3 saying, we're out of stock, we're out of stock, we have to have more hardware. People are banging down our doors.
But the dream was short-lived.
And then it just stopped. I mean, it was just silent. Dreamcasts sat on store shelves.
This is the story of the Sega Dreamcast.
Here is a system that was ahead of its time.
In November of 1994, Sega launches its Sega Saturn in Japan.
At the time of conception, it was going to be basically just a really souped-up 2D machine with a little bit of hardware devoted to 3D. And once PlayStation announced their specs and it was going to be this full 3D machine, I think they went in there and kind of retooled it in a hurry, and it probably wasn't as efficient or as powerful as it probably should have been.
Ha ha! So you made it this far, huh?
It actually went quite well in Japan, and Saturn had a long lifespan in Japan.
Thanks to strong arcade ports like Sega's Virtua Fighter series, the Saturn sells 5.8 million units in 3 years.
In Japan, Virtua Fighter is a phenomenon beyond anything we could even compare it to in the United States. I mean, nothing compares to how big it is there. And the idea of bringing that home and being able to play was a very bold, intelligent move on their part.
In Japan at this point, the arcades were still hot. Arcades have been dead for 10 years here in America, but in Japan, having an arcade hit meant something. So Saturn had an arcade hit.
The Saturn does not catch on outside of Japan and is quickly eclipsed by Sony's PlayStation.
The Saturn launched before PlayStation, I believe in the summer of 1995, which was the wrong time to launch. Also at a very expensive price point. I believe it launched at $399 versus $299 and did not have very good games. Were not that fun to play. And as we all know, if you want to play a game, you want to have fun.
They were looking to be like this kind of hardcore gamers machine with these ports of the arcade games, where the Sony came in with a completely different approach. You know, they wanted this to be a games machine for everybody, and they kind of really shifted the perception of everybody, of the consumers, towards what a game machine is.
I think for the people who purchased Saturn, they were quite satisfied with the games that they got. There were some wonderful gameplay experiences available on the Saturn that weren't available elsewhere, so it was a purchase that ended up being of value to consumers. If people were purchasing Saturn because they felt like they could get 10 years worth of gameplay out of it with